Yo, what's good? It's your boy a magnificent ENT. Stand up. Welcome to another video today. Today I'm about to show you guys how to make anthemic trap songs. Now, anything about anthems is very significant in the trap era. You have a lot of anthemic trap songs and trap styles. And today I want to focus mainly on one of the founders of what we call today as trap music, Shawty Redd. And Shawty Redd is one of the three producers who I consider as many to be in the trap trio of producers. Him, DJ Toomp, and of course Zaytoven. Thing I like about Shawty Redd's beats is his use of horns. And horns, when it comes to anthems and anthemic songs, horns are very important. We're going to use a little bit of music theory here. I'm going to use some language that you probably don't understand, but it's easy and simple if you have a little bit of music knowledge. So if you're new to the channel, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'll be doing videos each week. So let's go ahead and get to the MPC screen. Let's go ahead and start on these anthemic melodies. Now I got the MPC software loaded up. I'm about to change the sounds, and if you have MPC software or MPC of any kind, you should have this program called Expand. Let me fix the sound up. Now, Expand is a program that is definitely comes with the MPCs you buy or any Akai products. All you have to do is download it and get all the license taken care of. But Expand is a good software. It's underrated in my opinion. A lot of people don't use Expand to the key as much. The only reason I have Expand and use it a lot is because mainly I don't have enough money to get the main expensive DAWs like anything in Spectrasonics. I can get Nexus, but that's depending. So here we go. We have Expand loaded up. I got horns, the full house horns, which is like a 3 trumpet with a crescendo. So if I hit it, it crescendos, and then there's an orchestra at the bottom. This is one of the main presets that I use out of Expand with all of my anthemic beats. Now, Shawty Redd is a key of anthemic beats. Now, if you think of an anthem in music, in pop culture history, there's a lot of anthemic songs in pop culture history. Think about wait. The Star Wars. Okay. And that's Jurassic Park, and that's a little bit when it hits to it goes to the high C, the sharp 7, and then it goes back at the end. It goes to a Mixolydian. It went to Mixolydian right there. Now Mixolydian is a mode, not necessarily a scale, but there's other YouTubers who can explain scales in the future. The thing I like about these anthemic music, is they focus on the first and the fifth. Now the first and the fifth in music is intervals. As a matter of fact, if you know anything about the circle of fifths, if you go 5 tones up from the original note, your root note or your tonic, that's your fifth. And they're synonymous. Even if I play a high C or low C, you hear both of those sounds. But if I throw a G in there, you hear the G. It's an overtone. Usually overtones are the third note that's heard with a normal note. Usually you hear the overtone of the octave higher of the note you're playing, but then you hear the fifth. That's the overtone of it. Now, anthem-like songs in pop culture history relies on the first and the fifth. like the Jurassic Park did. It went. So D to A is the fifth. It goes. And then Star Wars. Perfect fifth. So yeah, we got perfect fifths there. Now when it comes to trap music, it's a little different. You can rely on that, but you can maybe play power chords with it. Now power chords, if you play the guitar, you probably know the power chord. It's nothing but a first and a fifth. It's usually the first and the fifth added on. So that's a power chord. So the fifth is very prominent in the melodies of anthems. Now, when you go to the perfect fifth, you want to make sure it's always pronouncing these things. If you hit the third, usually trap beats are minor. If you hit the third, it's not as anthemic. It's more melodic. And that's the thing I love about anthems. It's the neutral sound of it. You don't know if it's going to be minor or major till you play the notes, but it can go either way. Now, one of the ways Shawty Red does his beats, he always plays with the first and the fifth. I'd see him do stuff like this. And then it's always a minor key, so it goes. He used a flat 6 on there, so it's always minor. And so trap beats is usually minor, and horns is probably the most anthemic mode you can actually choose, and always relying on the first and the fifth relationship is very, very important. So when I make beats, I always rely on horns, the first and the fifth, and always keeping the minor keys. Keep that in mind when you make traps. And the trap drums are usually the same. The stutter hi-hats, clap and snares. The beats is the same thing, or people are coming more interesting in beat patterns. What I'd like to do right now is show you one of my first ever anthemic trap beats. Let me see if I can load it up. As a matter of fact, it's the first beat I've ever done on my Sunday's Best Beat. If you want to look at me making that beat, go to my first episode of Sunday's Best Beat. Link will be, if you go to my YouTube channel, you see it. It'll be the first episode. So let's go ahead and load it up. And the beat is called, I think it's Mega Drip. Going all the way down to my old files. There we go. So we're gonna load this up, and then I'm gonna show you the horn section. The horn section really drives this whole anthemic style. So we're definitely going to do that. So let this thing load up. And I haven't loaded this thing in a while, but it's literally one of my first anthemic beats. So I'm gonna hit solo and listen to it. That's the horn main lower melody. But now we get into other sides. And then usually in my anthemic beats that I make, it's always the little it's the walk up from the first to the octave. It's the walk up from the fifth to the octave first. So it still had that 1 and 5 relationship. So it goes with perfect fifth. But it walks up to it. And so I always do a marching tempo with my anthemic beats, so you can kind of feel it. And then if you hear the lower notes, it plays down the bottom. Very anthemic. You feel something's about to happen. You feel crunk. This was a crunk inspired trap beat, by the way. And then when the drums come, feel it. That's anthemic. Feel like breaking something down or breaking some type of bones. But that's the idea of anthemic melodies, anthemic trap beats. That first and fifth relationship, whether it's minor or major. Usually it's minor if it's a trap beat, but you can also do it major. Using some type of anthemic instrument or preset, usually horns. Shawty Red inspired that, and also use a little marching tempo, staccato type tempo. That little, it's short. It's not legato. Legato's long, but staccato. Legato is. So that's the main purpose of an anthem type beat.